Dear students in grade 9, good afternoon and welcome to the English seminar for today, in which we are going to talk about Unit 4. Actually, Unit 4 was supposed to be given, to be explained last month, but because we had some problems, some technical problems, so we delayed it or postponed it till this month or today. Actually, as you know, before we start, because we have just 1 hour, 60 minutes, let me introduce and welcome my dear colleagues here who are going to participate in this seminar. We have Ms. Majd Al-Rifai, an English supervisor from Al-Qunaitira Directorate. Good afternoon, Ms. Majd, and thank you for participating in this seminar. We have Ms. Basim Al-Killisli, an English teacher from Damascus Directorate. Good afternoon, Ms. Basima, and welcome, and thank you for coming and participating in this.
Thank you for inviting us.
Okay, it's my pleasure to be with me always. Dear students, dear colleagues, as you know, before we start, just now let me say a couple of words about this unit. Unit 4. In this unit, we are going to study grammar and reading. Actually, we are going to focus on these two skills. We have a sub-skill, which is grammar, and we have the main skill, which is reading. So we are going to tackle, to study, to discuss these two things in this seminar. In grammar, we have what we call determiners. Determiners is something very, very, very important in English. So we are going to study these in detail. We are going to study everything concerning determiners. Then after that, after we finish, we will come to reading. We'll study autonomous vehicles, and if we have enough time, we will also study ecological cities, which is in the workbook. But now let me start with discussing this unit. We usually start with ladies, but because we have both ladies here, my guests here are both ladies, so we are going to start with the youngest. Do you agree with me now?
Okay.
Start with the youngest here in the studio, who is Basima. Basima, you are the youngest now in the studio. So you are going to start, okay, with the with talking about
The determiners.
determiners. First of all, Basima, what do we mean by determiners? What is the definition of determiners?
A
Yes,
determiner is a word that modifies, describes, or introduces a noun.
The laptop, please.
It means that it must be accompanied by
Yes.
a noun.
Uh-huh. So again, please, from the beginning, a determiner
It's
is
a word that modifies, describes, or introduces a noun.
a noun. So it modifies, describes, or introduces a noun. Very nice. Yes, please. Now, what do we use, determiners for? Miss Majd, what is a determiner used for?
A determiner can be used to show us who or what the noun is pointing to or talking about. Example, your car.
Your car.
So here the determiner your.
Yes.
And this mobile,
This
the determiner is this here.
Good. So here we have your car, then we have this mobile. Good. So the word your and the word this are called
Determiners.
when I say your car, it's your car, not mine. Okay, not hers, not anyone else, but it is your. So here I identify the car. It is your car. Good. This mobile, this one, not any other one. So this is the meaning of determiner. Okay, very nice. Yes, more examples.
We also use the determiner to show how much of something there is or how many.
How
Example.
much or
Or how many,
how
the quantity.
many. Good.
Example, for books, a little sugar,
Yes.
some food.
So
Here
we
the
have
determiners for, a little, some, all these determiners tells us about how much or how many.
how many. So
Yeah.
about the quantity.
The
Maybe.
quantity.
Okay.
Yes.
So here we have 4, which is a number. We have a little for quantity and
Yes.
some also for
quantity.
quantity.
Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you. Basima, we come now to continue, to go on, okay, talking about determiners. Where do determiners go in a sentence? When I use a determiner in a sentence, where do I state it? Where do I put it?
Okay. We can use only one main determiner in front of a noun or a noun phrase.
Yes.
It means before a noun or a noun phrase.
Before a noun, not after.
Yes.
Before a noun or
a noun
phrase. Yes, please.
Let's discuss the following examples.
Yes.
This is a wonderful computer.
Yeah.
The noun phrase here is a wonderful computer.
It is a noun phrase.
And it consists of the adjective wonderful and the noun computer.
Yes.
The determiner comes before this noun phrase.
What is the determiner here?
It's a wonderful computer.
Good. Yes. So this is a wonderful computer.
Here we have a noun phrase.
Yes.
And the determiner a comes before the noun phrase.
Exactly. Good.
Now we have another example. This is a computer.
Yes.
In this sentence, after the determiner a comes the noun computer.
So computer is a noun, while wonderful computer is a noun phrase. Very nice. Good. Thank you. Now, Majd, what about the types of determiners?
We have here four types of
Yes.
determiners.
Yes.
We have the articles, we have the demonstratives, we have possessive adjectives,
Yes.
and the quantifiers.
Good. Now let's start with the articles.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
The articles can be the indefinite articles a and an, and we have also the definite article the.
Good. So we have here 3 articles.
Yes, 3 articles.
2 for
the
indefinite, for the indefinite, or are called the indefinite articles, a and an. Then we have the,
definite
which is
article,
the definite article.
Yes.
Good.
For the demonstratives,
Yes.
We have this, that, these, and those.
Good. These are called demonstratives.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
For the possessive adjectives, as we have my, your, his, her, its, our, and their.
There. Very nice. So these are called possessive adjectives. Yes, right.
The quantifiers, we have some and any.
Quantifiers are the 4th type
Yes,
of
the
determiners.
fourth type of the determiners.
Which is
And as for some and any, we use them with countable and uncountable nouns.
yes, good.
Many and a few, we use them with the plural countable nouns.
Yes.
And we also have much and a little, and these words we are used, or determiners used with uncountable nouns.
Very nice. So here now for some and any, actually, they are used for countable or uncountable.
Yeah.
If the noun is countable, we use some and any. If it is uncountable, also we use
both types.
both words. Very nice. With the plural countable nouns, we have many
And a few.
and a few. So with uncountable nouns, uncountable. Now, what do we mean by countable and uncountable? Can you give an idea, Ms.
Yes.
Basima, about?
Countable nouns are those that we can count with numbers.
Count. We say 1, 2, 3. We are counting
We
it.
can say 1 car, 2
Yes.
cars, 3 cars.
Very
So the
nice.
noun car is countable.
Good.
Uncountable nouns are those that we cannot count with numbers. For example, like information.
Information.
Yeah,
Good.
abstract things like
Water,
information.
for example.
Yeah,
Okay.
liquids like water.
Liquids. Fruit. Okay, so all these are uncountable
nouns.
now. Very nice.
Before we move
Yes.
to the next
Yes.
idea, I want
Yes.
to add something here.
Okay.
We have other determiners that are not mentioned in the book, like numbers, for example. we know that we use numbers before nouns, like for example, 4 books.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
we have
Good.
cardinal numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have ordinal numbers like for example, first, second,
The
and
first,
third.
the second,
And
the
the
third,
third.
the fourth, etc.
We
Yes.
have also distributive nouns, like for example, all, both.
Ah, yes. Good. All the people, okay? All the water, for example. So all can be also used with, you know,
As a
countable
determiner.
and uncountable nouns. Very nice. Thank you, Ms. Basia. Now, we have the indefinite articles a or an. What are you going to talk about these two articles?
We know that
Yes.
the articles are divided into 2 types, the definite article the and the indefinite articles a and an.
Good.
Now we will start with the indefinite articles
Yes.
a and an. They are used in front of singular countable nouns.
Just singular.
Yes.
We can't use
Before
them with
plural, we can't use any of these two articles. We can't, okay? Yes, very
so we
nice.
can't use them with plural or uncountable nouns.
Or uncountable. We can't say a water. We can't say, for example, an air. You know?
Or a books, for example.
Oh, exactly. Or a books. Right. Very nice. So here it is used in front of singular. Singular means one. We have one of the thing. One. Only one. This kind of things, we have just, if we count it, we have just one thing. It is called singular. Then after that, it must be countable. Singular, countable nouns. Yes, please.
So which indefinite article you use depends on the pronunciation of the word that follows.
So we have a and an. So when do we use a?
And
When do we
an?
use an? Yes, please.
Let's see the examples. I saw a film yesterday.
Yes.
It was an interesting film.
Good.
In the first sentence, a is followed with a noun, which is film.
Yes.
This noun starts with a consonant,
Yes.
which is the F sound.
Yes.
So we used a.
Yes.
While in the second sentence, the article an is followed with the adjective interesting.
Interesting. So interesting starts with a vowel sound.
Yeah.
Good.
So here, because we have a vowel sound, we used an.
An interesting film. Very nice.
So
Good.
to conclude, a is used with words that start with a consonant sound, like, for example, a car, a book, a girl, a boy.
Good.
An is used with words that start with a vowel sound,
Vowel sound.
like, for
Vowel.
example, an apple,
Yes.
an aunt,
Good.
an umbrella.
An umbrella. Very nice indeed. Thank you so much. Now, what about also, Ms. Majd, about the indefinite articles a and an? Also, we have something about the usage, okay,
Yes.
or the use of these two articles. Yes, please.
If we want to talk about the use of the indefinite articles a and an, we want to say that we use the a and an or an to refer to a general or unspecific noun. The noun is unspecified. It is general noun.
In general,
Yes.
Yes, very nice.
We have some examples. My friend has a problem.
Yes.
Here the problem is not specified.
Good.
And I have met a friend. I don't specify my friend.
Yeah,
we don't know which friend
we don't know.
So we have to add a.
Yes.
Selma.
I have met a friend.
Yes.
My friend is or has a problem. Good.
We have also Selma ate an apple.
Good.
Also the apple here is not specific.
Yes.
And I read an imaginary story.
Good.
Also
We
the
have a
story
lot
is
of imaginary
not
stories. So
known
I read
which
one
one.
of these. We
Yeah.
don't know which one
We don't
I
know.
read. Very nice indeed. Thank you so much. Now, what about the definite article, the, Basima?
Now, the second type of articles is the definite article the.
Yes.
The definite article the is used in front of countable and uncountable nouns.
Yes.
It means that it doesn't matter if we have singular, plural, or uncountable nouns.
Yes.
We can use the with any one of them.
Yes.
Now let's move to the uses of the definite article the. It is used to describe someone or something specific.
Specific here.
For example, when I say the elephant which we saw yesterday was large, here I'm talking about a certain elephant.
Yes.
It means that the elephant that we saw yesterday.
So I'm talking about the elephant which I saw, not any elephant, but
only
I'm
this.
talking about specific one. Okay, it is the elephant which we saw yesterday. Good.
It is also used before nouns that are mentioned previously, or for something that's mentioned again.
Good.
For
Very
the
nice.
second time.
Yes, exactly.
For example, when I say I went to a cafe, in this sentence I've mentioned a cafe for the first time. We used a. It's not a specific cafe. While when we mention the cafe for the second time, we use the cafe was great.
Yes.
Means the cafe that I went to.
Exactly. So here we have another example maybe. You say, yesterday I saw a man. Okay? The man was very tall. Very tall. So here, in the beginning, when I mentioned the man for the first time, I say, I saw a man.
Unspecific.
Here, unspecific. A man. We have millions of men, okay? But when I now repeat or mention it again, here I must put or use what we call a definite article before it. The man was very tall, okay? Very nice.
I want to add something here.
Yes.
We use the with superlatives.
Superlatives.
Yeah.
Yes.
We know that when we want to say, for example, Ahmad is the tallest,
Yes.
the smallest.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
We have
Good.
to use the. We also have to use it with ordinal numbers. For example, we say the first, the second,
Good.
the third, etc.
Yes, exactly. So here we have actually many uses for the word the or the article the. As you said, we use it in superlative. We say the youngest, the smallest, the biggest, okay?
Because students in grade 9 must know about the superlatives and ordinal numbers.
Yes.
The
I
most
agree with you.
beautiful, the most interesting.
The most interesting, yes, the most beautiful, the most exciting, and so on. Very nice. Good, thank you. Let's now move, Miss Majd, to possessive adjectives.
Yes.
Yes.
For the possessive adjectives, we use them to show possession or ownership of something.
Good.
The possessive adjectives are my, his, her, its, their, our, and your.
Yes.
For example, I have a shirt. My shirt is blue.
Yes.
So here the possessive adjective my refers to the shirt to whom the shirt belongs.
To whom the shirt belongs.
They have a house. Their house is big.
Yes.
Here also the possessive adjective there refers to the possession of the house. Who owns the house?
Yes.
Their house.
They own or they have. So their house is big. Very nice. Good. Now we come to demonstratives, Miss Basima. What about demonstratives?
Demonstratives are words that tell who or what you are talking about.
Yes.
They are used to indicate relative positions of nouns. It means they differ according to the position of the object if it's near or far from the speaker.
The distance.
If it is near, it is now according to the distance.
Between them and
if the distance is very small or little,
we
then
use
we use
some of the demonstrative pronouns. We use others if the object is, or if we have a distance between the object and the speaker.
And the speaker. Very nice. Yes, please.
Now demonstrative pronouns are this, that, these, and those.
Good. This, that, these, and those. Very nice. This is used for Singular.
This is used for singular objects, and
yes.
these used for plural objects.
Uh-huh.
Both the objects, if it's singular or plural, are near to you.
Yes.
In this case.
So this and these.
Yeah.
Okay. This and these are used for what?
Near.
For objects which
that
are near.
so close to you.
Close to you.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
But if we want to have
Let's
some
have examples first,
yes,
yes.
this book is mine, as in the picture shown.
Yeah.
You see that the book is so close, so we use this book with a singular one.
Good.
This book.
Yes.
In the second picture, these books, we notice that the pictures are so close,
Yeah.
and the books are is a plural noun, so we
Yes.
use these as a
Here we have
demonstrative.
more than one book. You can see in the picture here we have 3 books.
Yes.
So we have a plural here. So when we talk about the plural, and the object or these books or the books are close to you, then here we say these books.
Yes.
Very nice. What about the second two, Miss Basima?
They are that and those.
Yes.
That points to a singular object that is far from you. When there is a huge distance between you and the object.
Good.
For example, we say that book isn't mine. It indicates that the book is far from the speaker.
Yes,
It's
is
not
far.
near him.
Here in
Yeah.
the picture we can see that there is a distance between the book and the speaker. Okay? Yes.
While
Good.
those points to plural objects that are far from you.
Yes. Also here we can see a distance between the books and the speaker.
So those books are mine.
Yes, very nice. Good. Very nice. Very nice. What about quantifiers, Miss Misht?
Quantifiers also are they are determiners.
Yes.
But the quantifiers are used with the countable and uncountable nouns, with all nouns.
Yes.
They include some, any, many, a few, much, and a little.
Yes. So here the quantifiers, they are called the quantifiers because we talk about the quantity. You know quantity, so quantity, so it is taken from a quantity.
Derive the name
Quantifiers,
from
quantity.
their use.
Yes, very nice.
And we use the quantifiers when we want to give information
Yes.
about the quantity of something. How much or how many.
How much or
how
how many. Very nice. Very nice. Miss Basima, we have some and any quantifiers. These are quantifiers. But now please talk more about some and any.
Now let's talk about the use of
Yes.
some and any.
Yes.
Both of them are used with countable and uncountable nouns.
Yes.
Some is used in affirmative sentences, and it means that we generally use it in positive sentences.
So when we talk about affirmative sentences, means positive, not negative.
or
Yes.
interrogative.
Or interrogative or questions. Very nice.
For example, we saw some lions at the zoo.
We saw some lions
This
at
is
the
a
zoo.
positive sentence or an affirmative
Yes.
sentence.
Good. Good.
Some children play video games all the time.
Also here, the word some here is in a positive
Yes.
sentence.
And it's used here
yes.
with plural nouns,
Yes.
lions and children.
Okay, thank you so
Now
much.
let's
What about
move to talk
any?
about any.
Yes.
Any is used in negative and interrogative sentences. Interrogative means questions.
Yes.
For example, I didn't see any mobile phones here.
Yes.
I didn't see any.
I
Here we
didn't
have a
see
negative
Any
sentence.
mobile phones here, then this is what? This is a negative
negative
sentence.
sentence. I didn't.
So we use, yes, I didn't. Here we use any with a negative. What about the question?
Do you have any sugar?
Do you have any sugar? Do you have any sugar? Very nice. So here any,
After any, we have an uncountable noun, which is
Yes.
sugar.
yes.
And the question here, we have a question here.
Yes, and here we have a question. So we can see that any is used, okay, with both negative sentences and interrogative or questions. So in the first sentence, in the first example, I didn't see any mobile phones here. So mobile phones here it is what? It is a countable and a plural noun. Sugar here is uncountable noun. So any can be used with both countable and uncountable nouns. Very nice. What about many and a few, Ms. Majd?
Many and few, they are used only with the plural countable nouns.
Yes.
But they differ according to the number. If it's the number, if the number small number, so we use a few.
Yes.
We use a few when we have a small number of something.
Very nice. Small number.
But
yes.
if we have a great number of something, so we can use many instead of a few.
Yes.
As an example, for a few, I have only a few coins in my pocket.
Yes.
Here, the small number of coins in my pocket. But she doesn't have many T-shirts. I think that here many refers to a great number of T-shirts.
Yes.
Were there many people in the party? Here also many people refers to a great number.
Yes.
And we stress on the fact that they are used with the plural countable nouns.
Yes.
Both of them.
Plural countable noun. Very nice. This is about many. And we talked about also a few for small number, many for a great number or big number. Very nice. Thank you. Miss Basima, what about much and little?
Much and little are used only with uncountable nouns. We can't use them with singular or plural countable nouns.
Yes.
So they are used only with uncountable nouns.
Uncountable nouns, yes.
Much is used when we have a large amount of something, while a little is used when we have a small amount of something.
As if they are the opposite of each other.
Yeah. The first example, John doesn't have much milk. And I haven't drank much coffee today.
Good. Yes. So here we say that much can be used with negative and questions. So here you gave examples about, negative sentences. John doesn't have much milk. I haven't drunk much coffee today. Very nice.
With positive sentences, we normally use too much or too many. Too much, too many. And sometimes we say, some. Also, some is used with, positive sentences. Yes, please. What about a little? A little means some, but not much or not enough.
It is a small amount.
Yeah.
Yes.
A little tea is left in the teapot. There is a little water in the glass.
Very nice.
Here it means that we have some water. But they are not enough. We have to bring more.
Yes, it is very little. Very nice. Thank you. Now we come to some exercises, Ms. Majd. We have here this exercise is also about using a determiner, in the spaces. Complete the following sentences with the correct determiners. Number 1, please.
Number 1, people drive cars nowadays.
Yes.
A little, B, many, C, the, D, A. The correct answer, B, many. Many people drive cars nowadays.
Many people. We can't say a little because little for uncountable nouns. We can't say the. If we say the means all people use cars, and this is not correct. We can't say also or
because
a.
It is a plural noun.
Yes, good. Number 2.
Sammy likes to eat food before he sits down to study.
Yes.
A, any, B, a few, C, a, D, some.
Yes.
The correct answer is D, some. Sammy likes to eat some food before he sits down to study.
Yes, very nice. Good. Because food is uncountable noun. And the sentence is in the positive, is affirmative. So we can't say any, we can't say a few, we can't say a. It is some.
So some is the correct answer. Yes. Number 3. Children will hurt themselves if they don't get off that tree. A, any, B, that, C, those, and D, A. The correct answer, those children.
Good.
We can't use that because it is plural.
Here we have. have
Yes,
this.
and you can't use a also because it's a plural noun. So the correct answer those.
Exactly. Now, Miss Basima, let's complete the following sentences with the correct determiners also. Number 4.
She doesn't have friends. A, much. B, this. C, the. D, many. She doesn't have, of course, many friends.
Yes.
We can't use this because friends is plural. Much is used with uncountable. The is used when we are talking about specific friends.
Yes.
Here, so we use many.
Many. Good. So she doesn't have many friends. Good. Number 5.
Now the fifth one. There are birds on the tree.
Yes.
Any. B, a little. C, a. D, some. Birds is a plural
Yes.
noun. We can't use a, for example. A is used with singular
Also, we
nouns.
can't use any because it is any is not used with affirmative sentences. Or
And
positive,
a little is used with uncountable
with
nouns.
uncountable. So, it
So
is
the
not
correct answer is some.
Some. Good.
There
Number
are
6.
some birds on the tree.
Very nice.
Number 6. An, a, the, or many, sun
Yes.
rises in the east. Sun is one of a kind. We
Mhm.
all know the sun,
Yes.
so we use the.
The.
So the sun
Because
rises.
we have only one sun. When we talk about, for example, the Atlantic Ocean, how many Atlantic Oceans are there?
It's
in the
only
world?
one.
We have only one
It is
Atlantic.
well known.
So here it is very well known.
well known.
So, right? How many moons are there? We have just one moon. Because we have just one moon, we say the moon, we say the sun, the Atlantic Ocean, okay, the Pacific Ocean,
Yes.
and so on. Good. Thank you so much. Now, what about, also now we are going to complete, Ms.
The choices, yes.
Choices, okay, choose the correct
Number 7.
determiners.
Does anyone know? Answer.
Yes.
A, an. B, a. C, the. D, many.
Yes.
The correct choice, C.
C.
Does anyone know the answer?
Does anyone know the answer? Good. Number 8.
Number 8. I haven't got pictures in bedroom. In an bedroom, my bedroom, those bedroom, a little bedroom. The correct answer B, my bedroom.
In my bedroom.
In my
Very
bedroom.
nice. Good.
And number 9.
Yes.
I have told you to pay attention times before. Any times before, my times before, the times before, or many times before.
Yes.
I think that D is the correct
Many
answer. Many times before.
Thank you so much. Also now complete the following sentences with the correct determiners. Miss Basima, please, number
The
10.
doctor advised me to eat a, my, an, or some apple every morning. Here we have a singular countable noun and
Good.
it starts with a vowel sound.
Vowel sound.
So,
yes.
an apple every
Every
morning
morning.
is the
An
correct
apple
answer.
every morning. Good.
Now, she got her license without problems, without any problems, that, this, or a.
Yes.
Of course,
Why
the
do we
correct
use any
answer
here?
is any.
Any,
Here we
because
have the word without, and
Without.
it indicates that we have a negative
Negative.
a
sentence.
negative, very
Negative
nice.
meaning.
Because it has a
Yeah.
negative meaning, then we use any.
So words
Yes.
like, for example, never, without, indicates that we have a negative sentence.
Very
Hardly.
nice. Good. Yes, hardly. Good,
Yeah.
good. Number 12.
Now, I'd like to ask a little, a few, any, or a questions. Of course, here we have to use a few
A
questions.
few questions, because questions is a
A
plural,
plural
noun. So we can't use a little, we can't use a. Also, we can't use any because the sentence is
an affirmative
positive
one.
or affirmative sentence. Good, good, good. What about, you know, here we have to make questions about the underlined words. And dear students, pay attention to this. In the final exam, we will have, you know, a rubric, or we have a question in the exam paper, which asks you to do or to make questions, okay, out of the underlined words. So we are going to give some examples, in order to clarify the idea more and more. Yes, please. Number one.
Number one, there is a little milk in the fridge.
Yes.
Here we underline the the quantifier, a little.
Yes.
So
a little here.
How can we ask about the word a little here?
Yes.
We can ask by how much.
How much
milk is there in the fridge?
Good. How much milk is there in the fridge? You say there is a very, or how much is there in the milk in the fridge? You say there is a little milk.
So by the word how much we ask about the quantity.
Yes, quantity, of course. Yes. Number two.
Number two, I have been to 4 countries.
Yes.
And here we underline the word 4. It's a number.
Yes.
And also we can ask about the number with how many.
How many?
How many countries have you been to?
Good. How many countries have you been to? You say, I have been to 4 countries. Yes.
Number 3, this book is so interesting. We underline this, and here we want to ask about it by which.
Yes.
Using the word, the question word which.
Yes.
Which book is so interesting?
Which book
this
is so
book
interesting?
Is so interesting.
Which book is interesting? You say,
Yes.
this book is interesting.
Yes.
Yes.
Number 4.
Yes.
Yes, there is some fruit in the fridge. And here we underline the word some.
Some.
If we want to ask about these questions, you know that it starts with the word yes, so we can ask without a question word.
Yes.
Is there any fruit in the fridge? Yes, there is. There is some.
There is some. Is there any fruit in the fridge? Yes, there is. There is some. Very nice. Good. Now, Miss Basima, you are going to correct the mistakes now. We have some mistakes. You are going to correct them. Yes, please start.
Okay, let's start with the first one. I have a little coins in my wallet.
Yes.
I have a little coins.
Uh-huh.
We have the noun coins, which is a plural one.
Plural.
And we know that a little is used with uncountable nouns.
Good.
So it's wrong here to say a little coins.
Yes.
The correct answer
is,
it must be I have a few coins,
in my wallet. Very nice. Number 2.
Now the second one, I don't really need a food. We know that a is used with singular. Countable
nouns.
Yeah.
Good.
And food here is uncountable.
Good.
So we can't use a food. And here, notice that we have a negative sentence.
Yes.
I don't really need.
I don't really
so
need.
it must be, I don't really need any
food. Very good. Number 3.
Now the third one, what does this word mean? This word. And we have the auxiliary verb does.
Yes.
Does means that the word here is singular.
Yes.
And this is wrong to use to be used with
these.
Singular
We can't say
with
these.
singular nouns.
Yes.
So the correct answer, it must be what
does
this
word mean? Good.
What
Number
does
4.
this word mean? Okay. Rama is looking for a few meat.
Yes.
Meat is uncountable. And a few is used with plural countable nouns.
Yes.
So it's wrong to say a few meat.
We say
Rama is looking for a little, or we
or
can say
some
meat.
We can't say a few because meat is uncountable, because the word few is used with countable nouns. Good. Thank you so much. What now we come to the reading part, dear students. We are talking about autonomous vehicles. Now I'm going now to have, a quick reading to this part. Then after that, we have some activities to do about it. So please let me read and listen carefully to this part of the lesson. Autonomous vehicles. Some people think that autonomous vehicles will change our lives for the better. They think that they will be safer and transportation will be more efficient. However, others believe that autonomous vehicles will cause many problems that need to be solved before they are allowed to become a part of our daily lives. First, driverless cars will increase unemployment. Thousands of drivers will lose their jobs if autonomous vehicles are allowed to take over the roads. Truck drivers, delivery drivers, taxi drivers, and many other kinds of drivers will lose their jobs. This increase in unemployment could cause serious social problems. Second, companies and governments will lose money. For example, insurance companies now get about 50% of their income from the insurance. Governments and cities too will lose much money from parking, speeding, fines, and petrol taxes. Finally, there is no planning, dramatic changes coming, but governments haven't begun thinking about it. Only some American cities have done long-term planning. Driverless cars could arrive by 2030, but most government officials and transport ministers are only worried about short-term problems. In conclusion, it is possible that autonomous vehicles will not benefit society if they are introduced too quickly. They may cause social chaos through unemployment, financial loss, and lack of planning. It's important that these issues are addressed before autonomous vehicles are allowed on our roads. This is, dear students, about the first part of the about autonomous vehicles. Now, Miss Basima, Miss Majd, we are going first to start or to give some meaning, some vocabs, talk about some vocabs, okay? Some words. Let's now start with the word efficient, okay? Yeah. What do you mean by the word efficient?
Efficient means working well without wasting time or energy.
So efficient means working well without wasting time or energy. This is called efficient. And the noun is efficiency. Efficiency, okay? Yes. Efficient is an adjective. The noun is efficiency. Good. What about Basima, the word allow?
Allow is a verb and it means to let someone do something.
Or to permit
him.
To permit or to let someone do something. Good. What about delivery?
Delivery is the act of bringing goods, letters, etc. To a particular person or a place.
To a particular person or place. Yeah. So delivery means the act of bringing goods, bringing things to a person. Okay, to deliver. Okay,
to deliver
good.
Something.
Yes, very nice. What about insurance, Basima?
Insurance is a noun and it means protection against future loss.
Protection against future loss. This is called insurance. Okay, so insurance here we have actually insurance in the picture. As you see, we have security, we have coverage, we have help, we have protection, we have confidence, we have safety. So what do we mean by insurance here? It is
protection.
Protection. It is here protection. Okay, good. What about fine?
Fine is the money that you have to pay as a punishment.
You have to pay sometimes if you drive very fast. You have to pay a fine, okay, as a
for
punishment.
Breaking the laws.
Yes, yes, good. What about an official?
An official means a person who is in position of authority or power.
Good. A person who is in position of authority means here he works in the government, for example, in a ministry, for example, and so on. Good. Now, what about chaos?
Chaos is the total lack of order. It
total
is the mess.
Lack of order, or it is mess.
Yes.
We can say disorder.
Disorder. Yes, it is the opposite of order, actually. It is disorder or mess. Very nice. Good. Financial.
Financial means relating to money.
When I say financial problems, means a problem that is related to money.
To money, yes.
So this is called financial, so related to money. Good. What about, now here we have autonomous vehicles. This is now the second part, okay, of the, or it is in the activity book, right? I'm going to have a quick reading to this.
This is the same text,
but we have
yes,
some,
I know, but
exercises about
yes,
it.
we have an exercise, yes. So I think we don't need now to read it again, okay? We are going just to
answer the questions,
yes, to answer the questions. Number one.
With autonomous vehicles, we will have
yes.
A, political problems, B, social problems,
yes.
no problems or educational problems.
With autonomous vehicles.
Of course, with autonomous vehicles, we will have social problems.
Social problems.
Because of the unemployment. Because autonomous vehicles will increase the unemployment.
Exactly.
And this will cause social problems.
Very nice. Yes, that's
now,
right.
The second one, unemployment will increase because A, drivers will lose their jobs if autonomous vehicles are used.
Yes.
B, transportation will be more efficient. C, autonomous vehicles will change our lives for the better.
Yes.
Or D, drivers will get more jobs.
Yes.
Of course, it will increase the unemployment, or the unemployment will increase because drivers will lose their jobs.
Good. Because
as we have said, delivery drivers,
their jobs.
truck drivers, and taxi drivers, and many other kinds of drivers will lose their jobs.
Good. That's right. Number three.
The third one, insurance companies now get about of their income from car insurance.
Yes.
5%, 15%, 50%, or 25%. Of course, the correct answer is 50%. It means half of their income.
Some people think that autonomous vehicles will change our...
Yes. What about, number 4?
Most government officials are worried about long-term problems. Is the sentence true or false?
Yes.
It is false.
Most government officials are worried about long-term problems. What is the answer? It is false.
It is false.
Yes. They are worried about what? About short-term, not long. Yes.
Short-term problems.
Number 5.
Number 5. Will lose much money from parking, speeding, fines, and petrol taxes. A, insurance companies. B, drivers. C, autonomous vehicles. D, government.
Yes.
Of course, D, governments will lose much money from parking, speeding, fines, and petrol taxes.
It is the government, which will lose
not
much
the drivers
money.
and not the companies.
Yes, right.
If
number 6.
Number 6, if autonomous vehicles are introduced too quickly, they will benefit society. Is this sentence true or false? Of course, it is false.
It is false.
Yes.
Yes. Number 7.
Number 7, the word they in bold in the text refers to A, insurance companies, B, autonomous vehicles.
So now let me now remind you of the word they.
Yes.
They may cause social chaos through unemployment, financial loss, and lack of planning.
Yes.
So what does the word they refer to?
They refer to autonomous vehicles. The choice B.
Yes, to autonomous vehicles. Very nice. Good.
Finally.
Yes. Now here we are going to
decide if the following statements are true or
right.
false, and
Correct
of course
the
these
one.
sentences are about the text that we have just
Number 1.
read. Driveless cars will increase the unemployment.
Driveless cars will increase the employment.
The employment, yes. Of course, it's false.
Yes.
It will increase the unemployment. Or we can say that driveless cars will decrease the employment.
Very good. We can say either increase the unemployment or decrease the employment. Good. Number 2.
Two, insurance companies get a lot of money from car insurance. We
Yes.
know that insurance companies get about 50% of their income from car insurance.
Yes.
And this means that it gets a lot, or it gets, or let's say they get a lot of money from car insurance.
Yes.
So it's a true sentence.
It's true. Very
Yeah.
nice. So
Only
yes.
some
Number three.
American cities have done short-term planning.
Only some American cities have done short-term planning.
Of course, it's false. Only
False.
some American cities have done long-term
Long.
planning.
Yes, good, good.
Now the
Number-
last one.
Number 4.
Autonomous vehicles may cause social disorder through financial loss. Of course, it's true.
It's true.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Good.
it may cause social disorder, social chaos.
Yes, exactly. This is about, the first text in the student book. Now we come, if we have enough time, I am very happy really, because
Yeah.
we have still
pass
we have
them.
enough time. Now we come to ecological
Ecological
cities,
cities.
right?
This text is from their workbook.
Yes, I know, but I'm now trying to make something here. Okay, so now let me, please, dear students, let me now read in quickly this text about ecological cities. When we think about the future, we tend to assume that most things will stay the same. This is almost never the case. We are experiencing a technological progress every month now. The world is changing, and the changes are very dramatic. Imagining future cities with modern technology appears as a dynamic solution of society's recent problems. Some recent researchers have suggested that we need to think about the way we imagine future cities and to focus on some forms of alternative energy, such as solar power, wind power, and water power, which lead to environmental sustainability. This is about ecological cities, and now let's start answering the questions. Number 1, how often are we experiencing a technological progress now? I think
And
it's
the
your turn.
answer
Yes,
is
please.
we are experiencing a technological progress every month. now.
Every
Yes,
month,
every
month now we are experiencing this. Number 2. Yes.
Name some of
Okay.
the
No.
alternative powers. Alternative powers like, for example, solar power,
Yes.
wind power,
Yes.
and water power.
Yes, these are called alternative. Or in
Alternative.
Arabic we
Yes.
say الطاقة البديلة.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
alternative
yes.
power like solar power, wind power, and
Water
water power. Good. Number 3.
Now,
Oh, sorry.
choose the correct
Choose the correct
answer.
answer. Okay.
A, B, C, or D.
Yes.
Number 3, we think that most things will stay the same in the future. A, true, B, false. It is true.
It's true here.
Yes, most things will stay the same in the future, they think.
Yes. Yes.
Number 4, the changes of the world are very low, very slow, very great, very late. It is very great. C.
Very great, because we said that it is a dramatic. We have a dramatic changes,
Yes.
means very great changes.
Number 5,
Yes.
forms of alternative energy. A, lead to damaging the environment.
Yes.
B, aren't a dynamic solution to society's recent problems.
Yes.
C, lead to environmental sustainability. D, lead to destroying the environment. I think the correct answer C, forms of alternative energy lead to environmental sustainability.
Lead to environmental
Yes.
sustainability. Good. Very nice.
Ecological cities. When
Okay. So this is about,
The first
The first part.
okay.
part
all right.
of the
Now
text.
we come also here. We have some words, some new vocabs in this, part. Let's now start with it immediately, please. We have ecological. What do you
Ecological
mean by
means
ecological?
interested in preserving it means protecting the environment.
Yes.
So interested in preserving or protecting the environment.
The environment. This is called ecological. Good. What about assume?
Assume means to think that something is true. It is a verb.
To think that something is true. This is the meaning of assume. Good. What about progress?
Progress means the process of getting better at doing something or improvement.
Good. So here, when we say progress, means now to have or to develop your your way of doing things. Very nice. Or the process of getting better at doing something. Right. What about dramatic?
Dramatic means great and sudden.
Great and sudden. Sudden
means surprising.
Yes, it is surprising, maybe amazing. Right. Good. What about dynamic?
Dynamic means continuously moving or changing.
Yes, it is continuously moving or changing. Yes. What about sustainability?
Sustainability is the ability of continuing without causing damage.
The ability of continuing without causing damage. Without causing damage. This is called sustainability. The ability of continuing without causing damage. Okay. Now we have some questions to answer.
Now this is the second part of
the second part
lesson.
of the ecological cities. I know, but I'm afraid we don't have enough time. Okay, let's now read it quickly.
Okay.
Right. We need to answer questions about what can be sustained and what cannot, where cities can be located and where they cannot, and how we might travel in and between them, and how we can physically live and work together. We may want our future cities to prioritize environmental renewal. We need to prevent environmental degradation and stop the expansion of deserts. Future cities can collect water and use solar power to irrigate the dry land. Future cities should be surrounded by rivers and provided with new renewable energy resources and green vehicles, heading towards more ecological forms of public transport. Imagining these cities help us understand how we want our future lives and tomorrow's world to look like. It will be better to rethink about our health, our species, and the planet we share. This is about the second part of the text. Now, let's now answer quickly, please, some questions about it. We have number one, what do future cities use to irrigate the dry land?
Future cities can collect water and use solar power to irrigate the dry land.
Okay. Very nice indeed. The second question, Ms. Majd.
Number two, mention two ecological forms of transport.
Yes.
A bicycle and electric scooter.
So mention two ecological forms of a transport. We say bicycle and electric scooter. Actually, I hope we have enough more time to finish everything, but unfortunately time is over now. So we are going to say goodbye to our students in the end. And before we say goodbye, I'd like to thank you again, Ms. Majd Al-Rifai from Al-Qunaitira Directorate, Ms. Basim Al-Killisli from Damascus Directorate, and this is Karim Assab greeting you from the Syrian Educational Channel in Damascus. Thank you. Goodbye.